First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, then you win. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. It is better to be violent, if there is violence in our hearts, than to put on the cloak of nonviolence to cover impotence. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. A nation's culture resides in the hearts and in the soul of its people. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Palestine belongs to the Arabs in the same sense that England belongs to the English or France to the French. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. There is a higher court than courts of justice, and that is the court of conscience. It supersedes all other courts. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Full effort is full victory. The greatness of a nation can be judged by the way its animals are treated. There is a sufficiency in the world for man's need, but not for man's greed. When I admire the wonders of a sunset or the beauty of the moon, my soul expands in the worship of the Creator. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. A small body of determined spirits fired by an unquenchable faith in their mission can alter the course of history. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. I suppose leadership at one time meant muscles, but today it means getting along with people. Let us all be brave enough to die the death of a martyr, but let no one lust for martyrdom. Man becomes great exactly in the degree in which he works for the welfare of his fellow men. If we are to teach real peace in this world, and if we are to carry on a real war against war, we shall have to begin with the children. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. Man's nature is not essentially evil. Brute nature has been known to yield to the influence of love. You must never despair of human nature. In prayer, it is better to have a heart without words than words without a heart. I am prepared to die, but there is no cause for which I am prepared to kill. What difference does it make to the dead, the orphans, and the homeless, whether the mad destruction is wrought under the name of totalitarianism or the holy name of liberty or democracy? Anger is the enemy of nonviolence, and pride is a monster that swallows it up. Before the throne of the Almighty, man will be judged not by his acts, but by his intentions, for God alone reads our hearts. The human voice can never reach the distance that is covered by the still small voice of conscience. We may stumble and fall, but shall rise again. It should be enough if we did not run away from the battle. All compromise is based on give and take, but there can be no give and take on fundamentals. Any compromise on mere fundamentals is a surrender, for it is all give and no take. If patience is worth anything, it must endure to the end of time, and a living faith will last in the midst of the blackest storm. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. Gentleness, self-sacrifice, and generosity are the exclusive possession of no one race or religion. Truth is by nature self-evident. As soon as you remove the cobwebs of ignorance that surround it, it shines clear. A man who was completely innocent offered himself as a sacrifice for the good of others, including his enemies, and became the ransom of the world. It was a perfect act. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more videos.